Hi, I'm Kim. I'm going to be talking today about the volcano of anger, not the iceberg. The iceberg to me has never been quite a good fit for anger because in anger there are things stirring underneath, and the better metaphor I think is the volcano. Even animals are a great topic of conversation when a person comes along with a story about difficulties with anger. Because when the rumblings underneath the earth are detected days before the volcanic eruption, the animals, they all skedaddle, they get out of there. And so they're sensitive to these rumblings underneath. And this is what we want to do with our psych ed and our work with clients who have struggles with anger, is to become sensitive to the things that are happening before the anger erupts. The anger is a secondary emotion. It happens after something else has been happening. And we want over time for that person to notice what's happening in the lead up to this anger outburst. So you can get this particular resource free from my website, kimbillington.com.au. It's something I have, as you can see, printed and laminated and just like have it in my handbag. It's one of those things I use all the time. And you can create your own, or your client can, by writing down the emotions and things that they might be experiencing. So I'll just read a couple of them. Tension, fear, being disconnected, helplessness, guilt, sadness, powerless, edgy, exhausted, annoyed. So the other thing I do to get that list going, if you don't have a Kimochi poster and you're working with children, that's something well worth getting because the images are so simple. But pretty much with children from say 10 or 11 upwards to adults, I use one of these emotion wheels. You all heard of the emotion wheel. I have a few different variations. There's a few different ones because I like to kind of, compare. It's like when you go to the supermarket, you kind of compare the different products. Well, they're all quite different, but I might say something like, tell me about what happened. And I'm guessing when you're talking to me about when the anger popped up last weekend, that you won't be looking in the yellow joyful quadrant or the blue peaceful quadrant. You'll probably be looking in the one that says mad, but it could also be scared. People who have an outburst of anger actually often are feeling a little bit insecure. That's here, one of the words. So yeah, here, have a look at the emotion wheel and tell me a bit of the things that were going on. And then we can help the person see that when they're in those situations, a default, if you like, in their patterning of behaviour could well be an anger outburst at the end. I hope this has been helpful.